Good morning. Welcome to the Eastern Idaho Planning Briefing for Thursday, December 10th. We'll take a look at the impact summary for the next several days. We are expecting cool high pressure today. As we look toward the weekend, we are expecting a system to move through, bringing mainly mountain snow Friday through Saturday for East Idaho. There'll be a brief break in there late in the day on Saturday. A stronger system is expected to arrive for Sunday and Monday. Here's our current satellite view across the region. We did have a weak system push through with a cold front, dry cold front yesterday, hence the cooler temperatures today. And this cloud cover across East Idaho is remnants of that. Most of that is very high cloud cover, so minimal impact to aviation concerns across the region. This system just off the Pacific coast is the system arriving for Friday. And then further out in the Pacific, this low pressure system with the multitude of moisture there is the system that we are expecting to impact the region for Sunday and Monday. Looking at the weather impact overview for today, nothing going on today with the high pressure remaining in place. As we look to Friday and then further on to the weekend, we are expecting snow to overspread most of the area. The Eastern Highlands and Southeast Highlands will see the initial onset of snow during the day on Friday, with the northern portions of the Eastern Highlands, roughly from US 26 and Palisades Reservoir north, seeing the greater impact of snow, but still minimal impacts for travel. As we move into Saturday, you can see the impacts due to snow start to spread a little bit through the Southeast Highlands and along the Utah border, expecting snow elsewhere in East Idaho, but very little impact for those areas. Sunday and Monday, we start to see the greater impact for snow across the region. We'll get into the snow amounts here in just a moment, but we are still expecting impacts to remain minimal for travel. Here's our high temperatures expected across the region today, much cooler than we were yesterday by about 5 degrees across the region. And now we'll talk about those snowfall amounts. You can see for Friday, again, these are 24-hour periods, so starting midnight Thursday night and continuing through midnight Friday night. You can see that the Eastern Highlands is where we expect to see most of the snow. And looking at those amounts, they are fairly minimal unless you're traveling over some of the passes, such as Pine Creek Pass, Targhee Pass, Reynolds Pass. We start to see some higher impacts for snow amounts. But otherwise, we are expecting generally less than an inch for most lower elevation areas. As the system strengthens into Saturday, we see some light snow amounts spreading across the rest of the area, and the more significant totals continuing to impact the Eastern Highlands, but also spreading through the southern and southeast areas. Most of the snow, again, still concentrated over the higher elevations, so unless you're going over some of the passes, such as Sweetser Summit, again, Pine Creek Pass, Targhee Pass, and Reynolds Pass, and also Emigrant Summit through the Idaho-Wasatch area. Those areas could see maybe up to 2-3 inches of snow through Saturday, again, midnight to midnight, but in general, snow amounts still remain light. Moving into the system for Sunday, we start to see snow amounts increasing across portions of the Central Mountains. Generally, the Sawtooth Recreation Area down through the Wood River region, seeing our higher snow totals. If you're headed over Galena Pass on Sunday, you might want to watch out for some higher snow totals through then, but otherwise, again, expecting minimal impacts to travel. For the snow amounts on Monday, probably a little bit similar to this. We'll start to see those higher snow amounts spread into the higher elevations of the southern and eastern highlands. Let's look at the overall snow amounts for the banner says Thursday through Sunday, but in reality, it'll be Friday through Sunday, so our weekend days. Most of the snow amounts, again, concentrated over the higher elevations, and 3-day total impacts throughout the Snake Plain and our main travel corridors, generally only an inch or two. We'll look beyond the weekend into next week. We'll look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and this will be from Tuesday through next Saturday. We'll still see those mild conditions for temperature, and again, remaining quite unsettled all the way through next week as the precipitation outlook looks to be above normal for most of the Pacific Northwest, including eastern Idaho. So one more glance at our impact summary. Again, cool high pressure today. We'll see mainly mountain snow start to impact the region Friday through Saturday, and then a stronger system arriving for Sunday and Monday. But again, reiterating that we are not expecting significant travel impacts at this time. And that will conclude the briefing for today. If you have questions, please feel free to contact us with the numbers or the email address that you see on the screen. Thank you for joining us today.